Assalamualaikum everyone. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Visit please. Thank you. Uh, Good morning to all respected members. Before I begin this meeting, I would like to invite Mr. Amin to recite the dua. All right. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب يسر ولا تعسر رب تمني بخير وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Thank you, Mr. Amin, for the recitation of the dua. It is 8:30 a.m. on the morning on 9th June of 2025. I hope all of the respected members are doing well and very healthy. I would like to officially open our second meeting of Megah Academy Berhad Educare SPM 2025 by extending my warmest greeting and appreciation to everyone for being here today. Before proceed with the agenda, I would like to take this opportunity to remind all of us of our company's vision and mission, which guide every step we take as a team. Our vision is to be a leading tuition provider that empowers students to achieve academic excellence and personal growth through innovative and inclusive education. Our mission to cultivate a positive and engaging learning environment that builds confidence and motivation among students. Ms. Khadijah, can you please give the lead?
Okay. Before we begin, I would like to distribute the minutes from our previous meeting.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So here is the minutes from our previous meeting. That includes the agenda items we discussed and the decision is made and also the actions item assigned.
Thank you, Ms. Khadijah. Let's move on to our first agenda, which is amendments and confirmation of the previous meeting minutes on 6 January 2025. The last 6 January. Okay, does anyone have any correction or amendments to report from our first meeting?
Yes, Mr. Chairperson. There was a small error in the recording of my name in the previous minutes. This was written as Muhammad not Farhan bin Selamat, but it should be just not Farhan bin Selamat without Muhammad at the beginning.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farhan, for the information. We'll make sure that correction is noted. I'm very sorry for that. And are there any other errors to make?
There is another one, Mr. Jefferson. Regarding the budget of welfare department stated in this minute, as you can see on page 5, it is written as 30,000 ringgit, but the actual amount is 60,000 ringgit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amin. I'll bear that in mind and I'll make sure that the information that you give is corrected. And any other errors to make? Okay, very well. Since there are no further amendments, can we proceed to confirm and accept the minutes of the previous meetings?
Yes, I motion to approve the minute as corrected.
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farhan and Mr. Amin. With that, we confirm the minutes of the first meeting as officially accepted. Before we moving on with the report, I would like to encourage everyone here, regardless of department, to continue with the excellent teamwork, responsibility, and dedication you've all shown since our last meeting. Let's keep up the momentum as we move forward to ensure the success of our educare program. Okay, for our second agenda, let me now invite our Head of Education and Program Department, Ms. Siti Khadijah, to present her department's report.
Thank you, Mr. Jefferson. Okay, I will now present the progress and financial report for the education department for the first quarter of the year. Firstly, our program name is Educare SPM 2025, and the target group is for Form 5 students from important families in Selamat. Okay, the program officially began on 22nd of February, and it runs every Saturday until 22nd of November 2025. And currently, the program caters to 90 students, and we divided them into 4 classes. The first class is Melati with 23 students, and second class is Tumpaka with 23 students, and the third class is Kamboja with 23 students, and the last class is Belima with 22 students. Okay, we offer 4 core subjects, which is Bahasa Melayu, English, Mathematics, and Science. And each subject is handled by one tutor, so totaling 4 tutors in the program. Okay, as part of our academic assessment, we have carried out 3 main tests. The first test is diagnostic test, which was conducted on the first day of the program to assess students' initial understanding and divide them into appropriate classes. And for the second test is progress test. This will be held mid-program to track students' learning progress and identify areas for improvement. And for the last test is SPM trial exam. This will be conducted before the real SPM exam to simulate the actual exam environment to the student. Now, let's move on to the student class timetable. As you can see here, there are 4 classes. So, each student, they will have a different subject in them at the same time. Okay. But they will have their breakfast and break and also lunch break at the same time together. Firstly, we see from 7:30 until 8 a.m. they will have their breakfast first, and after the breakfast they will go to their first class, which is Bahasa, which is different from each class from 8 until 10 a.m. And after their first class, they will have a break for 30 minutes from 10 until 10 a.m. And after the break, they will continue with their second class from 10:30 until 12:30 p.m. And after that, they will have their lunch break from 12:30 until 2 p.m. And after that, they will continue with their third class from 2 until 4 p.m. And for their last class, they will have at 4 until 6 p.m. Okay. Now, let me go to. Okay. This is the financial report for education department. The total budget for 9-month periods is 197,180 ringgit. But now this is the breakdown for 3 months. First item is tutor allowance. We paid 50 ringgit per hour, so there are 8 hours. So, and for 4 tutors, the total per week is 1,600 ringgit. For 3 months, the total is 12,800 ringgit. Okay, and for the second item, for students and tutors meals, there are 90 for pupil, including students and tutors. For breakfast, we paid 10 ringgit per person, and also for lunch. So the total for the week, for breakfast, we paid 900 for the ringgit, and also the same week lunch. So for 3 months, the total is 12,220 ringgit for breakfast and for lunch. So the total for 3 months for lunch and breakfast is 24,440 ringgit. Okay. For the third item is students' modules and exercise book. This is for quarter 1. So we paid 60 ringgit per person for 4 subjects. So there are 90 students. So the total is 21,600 ringgit. And for tutors teaching modules, which also for quarter 1, we paid 60 ringgit per tutor. So there are 4 tutors, so the total is 240 ringgit. And lastly, for student test, this was held on the first day of program. So we paid 4 ringgit per person. As for there are 90 students, so the total is 450 ringgit. So the total for 3 months is 67,550 ringgit. Okay, that's
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Khadijah, for that comprehensive report. Just to clarify, are the module expenses already included in quarter 1?
Yes, thank you. As you can see here, we expense the plan for the entire 9 months for these three phases. So, in quarter 1, we already paid 21,600 ringgit for student modules, and we paid 100 ringgit for the teaching module. So, the remaining two phases will be in quarter 2 and quarter 3. Okay. Any other question?
Miss, do you face any current challenges during your progress?
Thank you. This video face 3 challenges. Firstly is module loss and damage. In the early phase, around 10% of printed materials were misplaced or damaged. So starting July, we will impose 5 ringgit replacement fee, and we will continue using QR codes for digital access. So students must now sign off on every physical module received. And for the second challenge is for tutors carrying conflicts, including a few last minute absence. So to address this, we have arranged for relief tutors from Megah Academy to step in as needed. And for the last challenge is For holiday adjustment, we have factored in the 3 non-operating Saturday, which is on 29th of March and 10th of April, which is for Hari Raya Aidilfitri, and also 7th of June, which is for Hari Raya Aidil Adha. So to make up for this, we will extend class hours slightly on selected weeks and add online reinforcement task to ensure full syllabus coverage.
Do you care to explain to us regarding your department's future plans?
Okay.
Thank you.
Regarding our department future plans, we are exploring bulk printing partnerships with local vendors to reduce costs. So we are also piloting a blended learning model combining physical classes with online modules, especially for theory-based subjects. So this will give students more flexibility and also reduce dependency on physical materials. That's it from my.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Khadijah. Terima kasih. Okay, thank you for the clear report once again. I will recap it one more time. The education department is progressing very well as much as I see, which we have 90 students in total that divided into 4 class and consistent Saturday sessions since February. Spending for quarter 1 is within plan with RM 67,000 ringgit, 67,530 ringgit used mainly for tutors, meals and modules. I do appreciate Ms. Khadijah's solution for lost modules and tutor absence, as well as the idea of blended learning and bulk printing to reduce costs. Keep up the good work and continue updating us in the next quarter, Ms. Khadijah. Okay, and now let us proceed with the report from our Head of Finance and Publicity Department, Mr. Noor Farhan bin Selamat.
Bismillah. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. First of all, inshallah, I will begin with the publicity campaign for our NUK SPM 2025. Our promotion campaign name is No NUK SPM 2025. The program was held from January 13 to January 15 of 2025. This date is the last week of the school session before the end of year school holidays. So we are targeting Form 4 students to participate before they enter the Form 5 school session. We aim to recruit 90 eligible students from B40 families at 5 schools around our center. We invited 5 social media influencers, one for each school, from mcplus.my to help engaging students through their library hosting, crowd interaction, and event flow coordination. As we can see right now on the screen, the table, on 30 January, the program will take place at 2 schools, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Conference, hosted by Zamzuri, and Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Taman Mulia, hosted by Farhan. On 14 January, the program will continue at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Jelas, hosted by Farhan. And on 15 January, we will conclude the school tour with 2 final schools. One Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Maduri, hosted by Iqbal, and Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Badatul Razak, hosted by Syahmi. Each school will host 2 main activities, which is a mini concert and a mini exhibition. Here's the next slide. As you can see right now, the tentative program. Our program right from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And here's a breakdown of the event flow. From 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. the setup. During this time, our department team and school staff prepare the booth, stage, counting terms, and registration that before students arrive. From 8:30 to 8:45 a.m. is the arrival of students and guests. Students and invited guests will begin arriving and will be guided to their seats. From 8:45 to 9 a.m. is the opening ceremony. The program begins with a short opening ceremony, which includes a welcome speech from the school and a brief introduction by our department representative. From 9 to 11 a.m., mini concert and mini exhibition. By the way, this is the core part of our event. Both activities will run at the same time to maximize student engagement. On the concert stage, we will have performances by students and guests. The event will be hosted by social media influencers acting as the MC of the program, and they will be apart from interaction and live promotion of Educate SPM 2025. At the same time, we have a mini exhibition with 4 booths. First, info and registration of Educate SPM 2025. Second booth is Sustainable Development Goals Awareness, the SDG booth. Third booth is Student Success Stories booth. And fourth booth is the Interactive Education booth with some quizzes and games. And from 11 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. is the closing ceremony. To wrap up, being presented a token of appreciation to the school, which is a certificate and plaque to the school. And we also took a group photo with school representatives and our department team. From 11:30 to 12 p.m., students can use this kind of 30 minutes to revisit the exhibition booth and register for our MK SPM 2025 if they have not already done so. Next slide, please. In total, 147 students have registered. However, after screening by the school, 57 students were deemed ineligible based on their family income and academic result. That left us with the targeted 90 students. The eligibility requirement we set are: first, household income below 2,000 ringgit at 500. Second, the end of year examination result are 6 days and above. That's right. As we can see right now, the table on the screen, we can see that 35 students were rejected because of their household income was above 2,500 ringgit, which is outside the B40 range. And another 22 students were not eligible due to getting 6 days or fewer in their exams, as we prioritize those with stronger academic potential.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farhan. May I ask, do you have faced any problems during the campaign?
Yes, there's one issue. One of the influencers was late by 20 minutes as MK Manuri. Fortunately, one of our members stepped in to engage the students until the influencer arrived. Negative feedback was received, but for future event, we'll add a backup plan in case such delays occur again. Alright, and now I will present the actual spending for our no-educate SPM 25 programs, which was successfully conducted across 5 schools. For the first, the cost for influencer acting as a concert MC or host. We engaged the local influencers to host the concert with a cost of 2,000 ringgit per school. For 5 schools, the total came to 10,000 ringgit. Second, brochures. We engaged local influencers to host the concert with a, second, brochures. We printed 1,000 brochures at 50 cents each, which cost us 500 ringgit. These were distributed to students and teachers to raise awareness about our program. Third is the banners. We produced and displayed 5 banners for each school, and each is on 50 ringgit, bringing the total of 250 ringgit. Fourth is the media exhibition. Each school hosted a media exhibition costing 2,000 ringgit per school. The total for this component was 10,000 ringgit. And for the fifth element is mini concert. We organized mini concert at each school. This cost 4,000 ringgit per school, totaling 20,000 ringgit for the total. And altogether, the total amount spent for the entire program was 14,750 ringgit, which means the entire budget that our department was given has been fully utilized. And with that,
Can you elaborate on your department treatment?
since our student is fixed, there will be no additional mass promotions. However, we will maintain our social media presence by sharing weekly learning tips, testimonial, Twitter highlight to boost engagement and build long-term trust with the community. Any question? No.
No.
Alright. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farhan and Bessie. Thank you again for the comprehensive and perfect report. The No Educare SPM 2025 campaign was well executed from my view. Held at 5 schools, supported by social media influencers with a creative mix of concerts and exhibition, you successfully met the target of 90 eligible B40 students even after a strict selection process. I also appreciate Mr. Farhan and team's quick response during the delay at SMK Maluri and the detailed breakdown of the RM 40,750 ringgit budget. It's clear every ringgit was well spent. Looking forward to your next phase, especially the social media engagement efforts. Keep up the good work, Mr. Farhan. Thanks. And lastly, I would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Amin, our Head of Community Outreach and Welfare Department, to present his department's update.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairperson. And good morning, everyone. I will now begin my report for the first quarter of Community Outreach and Welfare Department for Educare SPM 2025 program. So, during the first 3 months of this program, our work mainly focused on build partnership with selected schools, monitoring student attendance and basic welfare needs, providing transport support to students without access to transport, such as those who are from boarding school or families without any access to transport. So, to ease up coordination, we have set up several pickup points, such as nearby bus stops. Okay, most of our tasks did not require any spending, as we mainly handle partnership and logistics. Our only major cost was for welfare kit initiative, which totaled 4,500 ringgit, and transport support, which came to 6,630 ringgit for the first quarter. Okay, moving on to the next slide. First, I would like to highlight our main expenditure for this period, the welfare kit initiative. On the 1st March, we successfully distributed back to school kits to all 90 students involved in this program. Each student received a complete set of essential worth 450 ringgit, which include, as you can see on the screen, first, high quality school bag for 100 ringgit, premium stationery 40 ringgit, 5 exercise book 30 ringgit, scientific calculator for 60 ringgit, full school uniform, 100 ringgit, a pair of school shoes 60 ringgit, 5 pair of socks 10 ringgit, BPA free water bottle 20 ringgit, and a hardcover multi-purpose notebook for 30 ringgit. The total cost for this initiative amount to 40,500 ringgit. Okay, next slide please. Regarding transportation, our department is currently operating 3 of company vans to transport 43 students, 31 from boarding school and 12 from home with no transport. The breakdown is as follows, as you can see. For the fuel, we use up to 770 ringgit per van, and we have 3 of them. So for each Saturday, the total cost for the fuel is 210 ringgit. And if we multiply it with 4 weeks, we will get the monthly cost of the fuel for 840 ringgit. For the driver allowance, each Saturday, we pay up 100 ringgit for each driver. We have 3, so leaving us in total of 300 ringgit. And we multiply it with 4 weeks, we will display the monthly cost of the driver allowance to 1,200 ringgit. Over the past 13 weeks, which cover the first quarter, the total amount spent is 2,730 for the fuel and 3,900 for the allowance, bringing the total transportation cost for the first quarter to 6,630 ringgit. Okay, next slide please. Okay, in terms of budget collection, if this system continues consistently for the full 9 months, okay, approximately 37 weeks, the project costs 7,770 ringgit for the fuel and 11,100 ringgit for the driver allowance, bringing the total projected transportation cost to 18,870 ringgit. And this.
Okay, excuse me, Mr. Amin, I want to ask, do you face any problem or challenges during these 9 months?
Good question.
9 months, sorry.
Only a minor one. There was traffic congestion near Cochrane and Trustworthy School, which caused some students to arrive late. So to address this issue, we instructed our driver to depart 15 minutes earlier. And we now working more closely with the school wardens to improve coordination.
Okay, good. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. We also actively monitoring student attendance and overall well-being during classes. Some students have shown signs of fatigue, especially after lunch. To support their focus and well-being, we will be introducing 10-minute relaxation session starting next month. This will include simple stretching and breathing exercise before classes to help students refresh mentally and physically. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amin. You may sit
Okay, thank you.
for the clear and practical report. From my point of view, your team has done well managing welfare and transport logistics. The welfare kit distribution was very thoughtful and impactful, which is 450 ringgit per students for essentials. Shows strong commitment to students' success. I also appreciate the efficient transport plan for 43 students and the proactive steps taken to handle minor delays near Cochrane and Cheras, if I'm not mistaken. The idea to introduce a light relaxation session is very excellent. It shows that you're not only addressing logistics but also students' well-being and focus in class. Okay, keep it up, Mr. Amin, and continue monitoring things closely. Great job. Okay, I guess that sums it, everyone. Thank you for your excellent reports, your transparency, and most importantly, your continued dedication. Let's continue to calibrate effectively for the benefits of our students and the success of Educare SPM 2025 and Megah Academy Sdn Bhd. With that, I hereby conclude our second meeting. Assalamualaikum and thank you very much for your time.